Hey, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dead Cells, the game where we try and quit recording, but I said it before, but I just can't quit you, Dead Cells. I don't know what it is. It's the sign of a good game. It's the sign of my own deep internal strife. I don't know. But basically, we're back. I said before it was the last session, playing some more on my own. Came across this run that I'm quite enjoying. I thought, why not throw on hit the old record button there. Pop open the recording software, hit the button, do what we have to do. Do we want to change any mutations? I've been watching additional Dead Cells content, and come to the realization that I'm actually missing quite a few blueprints, both mutations, weapons, a variety of things. So what I'm thinking of doing, since I can't stop playing this game, and I apparently also can't stop recording, I might do some hunting episodes where we grab that hunter grenade and we take our time, we work our way through the levels, searching out additional blueprints, and I'll record a bunch, talk about maybe do the run kind of off camera, get the blueprint, and then record our request to preserve that blueprint, and maybe we'll bang out a couple in an episode or something like that. I'll stitch them together, and we'll see how it goes. But until then, let's just try and not screw this up here, as talking often does. That's the other thing with recording, is I end up putting the controller under the desk, and I'm fighting with the cord right now. There we go. Our time's gonna be all screwy, but this is, I think, the last door we're gonna have anyway. A couple of scrolls here. We're gonna throw one into brutality, and then we're gonna throw one into whichever gives us the most HP, which obviously is survival. And we will change our mutations for the boss fight. Throw on the extra HP. Throw on some maybe the mutation that gives us extra damage near a deployed skill, because I'm sure that Crusher will likely count as a deployed skill. We're back at the beginning. That's embarrassing. But yeah, I had to. Took me a couple of days there to crawl myself out of that rabbit hole that I got myself embroiled in a while ago in a previous video, and it was surprising what a little bit of introspection can do, and really makes you think. Oh my God! It also makes us criticize our own Dead Cells skills. But yeah, I was talking about fundraising and my disdain for organized academic programs. Oh God, I died. Oh jeez, I hate the controller. I just hate the controller. I died in this area not long ago because of the dark, and I could not find my way back, because these ones break after a while, like right there, and I could not find my way back to a light post thing, and had a good run that just got squandered. But let's not try and revisit that too much. It's amazing how easy these elites are after a little bit. Tactics will go down by 1. What are we at right now for HP? 2357. Yeah, our HP tanks for an extra bit of brutality, which I don't think we really need. We seem to have very decent killing power. Holy jeez. I have yet to really understand exactly what constitutes a critical hit from enemies. Here we go. Firebrands 1 up to Firebrands 5+. I do know my Roman numerals. It was just the I sound very defensive about that, but it was the V plus made me think, well, V plus 1, that's 6, but no, it is just Firebrands 5. Yeah, I want that for that, and then sell that. I can't because it was a starting weapon. Here we go. See, look at this. I'm in the dark again. Jeez Louise. Dangerous, dangerous stuff here. I need a proper nightlight here. Otherwise, I'm gonna get stuck in the dark again. Maybe it is gonna be worth using that nightlight because look at this. Oh, close call. Too close for comfort when you think about it. There's no need for that. Hopefully there's a proper nightlight around here somewhere. But I don't know, man. Holy jeez. At least I can use the light from there as an ally in the dark. Yeah, I promised new games for a while now, and I can't bring myself to go. I want to play Dead in Vinland or Vinland. It seems like a pretty dense game, and it's kind of scaring me off. And it makes me realize that one of the things that I've really come to value lately in gaming is a very much a pick up and play mentality. And if I can't get that, it really knocks the game down for me because I need to steal my moments. I can't sit down anymore and just play for a couple hours. That option doesn't exist for me anymore. I need a more quick to load sort of experience. Pick up and go. Because my time is so limited, unfortunately. Oh, we're gonna end up embarrassing ourselves here. Yeah, look at that. Holy jumping. Now, do I know where the exit is and I'm just messing? No, I don't. There's a lot of places it could be. There, look at that. And I was just next to a light post. 2 light posts, as a matter of fact, just sitting right there. Embarrassing. For sure. And then that's the reason why I kept saying I was going to stop recording Dead Cells is because I was not making progress. And, when there's no forward progress, it's like, well, what are you celebrating through recording? I had to remind myself that this is about self-improvement and working on the recording, and both technically and subjectively, just better commentary, better technical production. What do we have? Yeah, we'll get some more damage out of that purple tactic skill there. How much money? We got 90,000. It's so ridiculous to me the way money works in this game. But yeah, we are missing quite a few blueprints. There's a vampirism skill that I saw in another playthrough that looked interesting. There's all kinds of other stuff out there, and I've dabbled around with that hunter's grenade a very little bit. Well, we need to use the key, that's why. Dabbled around with the hunter's grenade a little bit and wasn't too pleased about the fact that it took up a slot, right? It takes up an item slot, a tactics, like a grenade or whatever, and wasn't too keen on that. And then I realized after that it's because it's not doing a hunter run. You're not doing a regular old run. You're trying to specifically go out of your way to get those items for future runs. And it just every time I've tried to say, okay, now this is going to be a slow run, it just the possibility of those scrolls, they call out to me. And I can't bring myself to not, just try to dash through every level, avoiding combat and making those timed doors. So it's made it pretty tough. Now, can we incorporate this into anything? I don't know. It's more oil. I've got the sword. I don't know. Don't know. we can go this way and we can check up north here and see what they've got going on up here. Oh boy. Where's the nightlight? There we go. I don't know if it's been tweaked. It seems like before it was so much easier to get from light source to light source. Now it seems like they've spaced them rather, just far enough away from each other that you're kind of left with nothing to, no light to head to. And more often than not, I found myself stuck out here. Now, I don't want to end up... It seems to me last time I fought the elites, I had the impression that they were optional. I don't want to end up in that situation again. I just want to get out of here. I think I've advanced as much as I need to advance. The killing power is surprisingly good. It's my ability to move is just, with this controller, is just not good. And yeah, like I've noticed a few things in the last little bit that make me realize how much I've changed in my gaming preferences over the years. And one is the shift to more pick up and go roguelite type things, and the other is the move to PC gaming. When I was younger, PC gaming was not my oh, look at this, we actually have a chance at a friggin' blueprint. PC gaming was not my forte. It was not my interest. I never had, very particularly powerful PCs. My family always just got like the best available Dell product for the money. I mean, and it's just because that's what we could get, and the computer was not a personal, as much as it was called a personal computer, it was not really a personal device, right? It was very much a family tool. It was like a telephone, right? There was no smartphones and personal, oh, this is your phone, what suit all your needs and have it be your own person. No, it was like a family tool, like a hammer. And so we didn't have any need for powerful gaming PCs. PC was not where I played game, mind you. I still came up on these. Yeah, I think that's optional over there. So we're going to bypass that completely and head for the clock room. I did come up on in the age of shareware discs. There was that one where you played the kid that was like a spaceman. What is this going to do for me? Fires powerful bursts of bolts. I don't think we need to worry about that right now. We are going to reformulate our mutations, because we're also going to take... maybe not. Well, we are going to reformulate, but I think we're going to go this damage, this cooldown, and this HP. Either this HP or this more damage. I think we'll take the HP. I think that's what I've done in the past. 30%. It's really nothing to turn your nose up at. Yeah, so we're going to pause anecdotes here. We're going to see what happens in the clock room. I'm going to get pretty quiet, I think, and try to focus on getting this done. Quick sip of coffee first. It's an A coffee, and that's what we need going into this fight here. So I'm going to be quiet. You're going to watch me duke it out with the assassin. Hopefully we pull out the W here, but let's see. Let's finish this, hopefully. Apparently not. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm a decent player in every other aspect, but no matter what I do, fighting that guy just doesn't I can't get the job done. It's embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. I don't. Yeah, I think I've beat him once, and it was off screen, right? Let's check here. Let's just check right here, live on camera. As embarrassing as it all is, assassin. I've got one. I've died there 4 times, and I don't think the one victory was on camera. So there's really no reason to even believe me. Got a nice little bleed synergy here to start. So you know what? We are going to turn this into our first blueprint hunting episode. We're going to take our time and we're going to say, you know what? Time doors be damned. It's not that important. This is not a run we're going to try and solve the world's problems in. This is just a run where we're going to try to understand this hunter's grenade a little bit better. And yeah, we just accept that we are going to be down a skill. We're going to be down some scrolls because we're not going to make doors, and we're just going to have to live with it. You know what? This is actually probably a good time to roll tactics, because you can go a long way on starting weapons if you scroll into them, so to speak. So let's do that. Let's try to scroll our way into a tactics build here and see. This is a frantic sword, though. It's not necessarily. Like, this doesn't, yeah, see, it's got nothing for me. When I have to pick it up again, yeah, that really slows you down. That's really unintuitive. Yeah, sure. Why not? Magnet grenade. Let's get weird. Let's get funny. But yeah, I mean, I was the kid, or I was of the generation, you know, that kind of, for PC gaming anyway, I grew up with shareware stuff. Those, I don't even know where they came from anymore. Those, piercing the target, I mean, we're low on cash, but whatever. I don't even know where I got the CDs from, to be honest. Like, did they come, like, in the back of a box of some sort? I don't even know. You know, the spaceman, what was his name? The kid with the space outfit. What the hell was his name? Spaceman Spiff? Spaceman something. And a lot of that shareware stuff. I think there was some Sid Meier's or some piratey type things. I don't even remember. I'm kind of embarrassed, but I don't even remember what they all were. Also, big fan of, like, tried to play like Myst. You know, that was a big thing. Installing that game, hoping it would work on my poor little computer, and then playing it. You know, good memories there. Never actually finished it. I don't even know if I beat any of the puzzles. It was kind of beyond my my focus, right? Played a lot of Dune. There was an art, not an art. It was like a RPG mixed with kind of RTS elements, sort of, maybe, if I remember somewhat correctly. It was interesting. Anyway, it was different. You got to walk and talk and choose dialogue trees with characters from the Dune universe, following fairly liberally, trying to follow the story of the first Dune book. Very interesting stuff. Loved that game. Tried it multiple times. Did beat it. Found the patterns that you know, what the game was trying to get you to do, and then eventually do it. So that was interesting. I don't know if this is like if I should be throwing this grenade at different kinds of enemies or specific enemies. Like, should I just be throwing this at everybody, or should I be throwing it at, you know, one enemy type per floor? I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, that was kind of my limit of PC gaming, was like your standards, the one PC game that I absolutely loved, that was just not because it was free or because it just kind of ended up in front of me, was a little game called, I don't even know what it's called because it had so many different names. Picked it up, first exposed to it rather, at school, and it was called, at that time we all knew it as Relentless. It also kind of went by Little Big Adventure or Twinson's Odyssey, or had a couple of weird different names. You know, again, this is going back to the late mid 90s, late 90s, different time, right? So, you know, your principal or a computer room teacher would end up bringing these in or somehow exposing you to them on in computer class. You know, you're done your work, here's some games, you know, pick what you like and just shut up, basically. Don't bother us for the next 20 minutes until the class is over. And so you find these weird things, you know. There was a few like that. There was another one that was kind of Space Questy, that was a little bit more modern, you know, for the mid-90s era modern. And the one that I took to was this Little Big Adventure, Twinson's Odyssey, whatever it was. And just fell in love with it. Ended up getting the full version of the game from that same teacher, you know, kind of off the books. You have to kind of ask in a roundabout kind of way, because are they actually supposed to? Are you actually supposed to have it? You know, is it pirated? Is it, you know? There's all kinds of weird things that were going on. Got it. I guess it was pirated because I never paid for it. So pirated version of the game, and there was just me and one other kid in class. Honestly, we weren't even friends. It was just we both ended up loving this game. We spent one kind of spring into the summer, a little bit into the summer, trying to figure out this game and beat this game, and we never really, on a normal, any other time, never talked to each other. But for some reason, we both loved this game, and we were calling each other constantly. What'd you do for this part? How'd you get past that? Then meeting up at school after to compare notes. Oh, after we solved that, what did you do? What did you go to this island? Did you do this? I took the boat and I did this. It was amazing, and it all came from just this first little exposure to this game when I couldn't even get out of the prison cell. You know, getting out of the prison cell was like, whoa, there's a whole prison out here now. And then what do I do? Oh no, you got caught. You're back into the prison. Oh jeez. Then you figured out how to get out of the prison. It was like, holy jeez, there's a whole world out here. There's streets and there's a bar and there's weird characters. How did I do that? Then you go and you realize you can get off the island. And not only is there a whole prison outside the cell and town outside the prison, there's a whole world outside of this one continent you're on. It was just amazing, the different levels of eye-opening that I had in that game, and the sense of awe in that computer game. And it was a huge influence on me in my gaming history. And you know, the love of story, because there was an amazing story being told there, and you know, some interesting mechanics they had for you know, aggressive stance, athletic stances, and sneaking stances. Just amazing eye-opening experience, and that was probably the most memorable PC game experience I had. Outside of that one game and the little bit of shareware stuff and whatnot, it was all consoles for me. Right, I was a Nintendo boy. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64. Eventually got a PlayStation much later. It was when they had they remastered basically the PlayStation, the sleeker version, the smaller version. That's the one that I got. Eventually then rolled into a PS2 and kind of stopped there for a bit. But all throughout those years that I had those consoles, I was heavy into it. You know, I was very much interested in gaming, big into gaming. So you know, it was a part of what I did, and the kind of games that I liked were those long narratives, like in the Relentless. You know, they took a long time to tell. You had to load in. There was loading screens between scenes. You had to listen to dialogue, figure things out, solve problems, do the combat. It was huge, a huge time investment, and I really basically did think of it as an investment because I was enjoying it so much, and it ended up building. We got a fair amount of time doors here. That's pretty good. Contributing a large part to what I appreciate now, and you know, me considering myself a storyteller and you know, a creator, a creative type in that sense. But now that I'm older, I have more responsibilities. I don't have a lot of time for these sort of long form narrative games. As much as I'd like to get into like a Death in Vinland, I don't know if it's possible. I originally saw Banner Saga, wanted to get involved in that. It just seems like it's such an investment in time that I don't have anymore. As much as I would love to, I just don't have it, and it's too bad, because I do think that I'm missing out. There's a chance that I am certainly missing out on some of these things, but we're gonna try. I'm definitely going to try. There is time. If I managed my time overall better, I'm sure I could find the time very easily to fulfill responsibilities and kind of you know, reinvest some of myself into these pursuits that I hold dear to me, and I think I can do that, and then I won't have to use this controller and struggle to these fine I don't know, these detailed movements, you know, these particular quick change, you know, to dash down a tiny little chasm without hitting the edge and accidentally rolling back up. Just doesn't seem to be my forte with this controller. But we're going to sort out all our controller woes in a future episode. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do finish out this run. Maybe come back with some hunting. Maybe come back into a narrative game like I've been promising for weeks now. But until then, the mystery is still there. And thanks very much. See you soon.